Hello, rollers! Colin here, just reminding you, or maybe letting you know for the first time, this week's episode is part 2 of campaign episode 10. That's right, it is a two-parter. If you're a little confused, we do a very, very quick recap before jumping into the action, or you could go back and listen to part 1, and you'll be all caught up. Thanks for listening. Enjoy part 2. To remind everyone, we are at the top of a round of combat. Rivulet is currently a giant space whale underneath a rowboat that has 2 of these red-robed cultists in it. A third is inside her mouth. The halfling family that you rescued are all sleeping on this dock, along with the last of the strange gray-green things that were trying to eat them. Currently just sort of like a big, shapeless, gray-green soccer ball-ish sized thing. Galen just rapidly flayed the last one of those creatures and is currently wearing its hide as a fingerless glove.
Yeah.
Baller move. Alistair just stabbed the one in the back, and it is kind of disappearing and turning into goo. Dron can't hit a goddamn thing and has basically broken his glaive on the stone of the docks because poor bastard kept rolling single fucking digits.
Useless.
Just about. I mean, he's feeling really shitty about it for whatever it's worth.
Not up for that promotion.
So that is where we currently are. Any questions on what is happening?
Those sleeping people,
yeah.
Are they magically sleeping or they're just...
Yes, Ben cast a magical sleep spell at the beginning early on in combat, and it took all of them because they're commoners with like 2 hit points, and it took out one of the monsters that was attacking them.
Okay.
So, and if I'm remembering, I think they just magically stay asleep for 8 hours or until someone like wakes them up.
I would have to confirm that, but let's assume,
magical slumber, falls unconscious until the spell ends, which is actually 1 minute. So they will wake up in 4 more rounds.
Okay, great. 1 minute. Yep.
Or until they take damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Slap the sleeper awake.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Slap the sleeper.
Slap the sleeper.
Slap the slutty sleeper awake.
Slap that slutty sleeper awake.
Slowly slap the
Slowly.
slutty sleeper awake.
Softly slap the
Softly,
slutty
slowly
sleeper.
slap the slutty sleeper.
Just
Sluttily?
softly slap the slutty sleeper. Softly slap the slutty sleeper. Softly slap the slutty sleeper. Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Okay. At the top of the round, Galen, we pick up with you. You are wearing this creature as a dope fingerless glove. The rest of the hide is sort of like trailing along your arm down your body. So there are this little family of sleeping halflings, a little soccer ball-sized mass of gray-green flesh, giving a little quiet. Exactly. And kind of out in the water towards the gate, you see this little rowboat being frantically propelled by these 2 cultists towards the portal back to Sea Shallow, and a glowing whale shape in the water underneath it.
Mm-hmm. How far away are the people who are rowing?
They hopped in this rowboat and spent a turn dashing, so they're about 60 feet from the dock.
Dang.
Yeah. They are clearly just trying to get the fuck out of this situation and get back to the city.
I mean, I kind of want to just...
Standing on the dock, how far are we from where they cast off from?
They cast off, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe they're about 40 feet. Is that right? You guys have
Yeah,
moved a
I
fair
think-
distance down the dock, but I don't know if I recorded exact measurements.
Yeah, I think you said they were 30 feet past where the battle was happening.
That sounds
right
about
too.
right. And then they have used an action to just like row this boat and keep going out into the water.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
we're out of initiative.
No,
Okay,
not quite.
it's Galen's turn in initiative.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'm thinking I maybe just need another glove. So I go and like punch my hand into this one that's asleep to murder it. I just want a matching set.
Yeah. Roll an unarmed strike.
18, baby.
That is going to hit your unarmed strike. Well, okay. Now that I've said that, your unarmed strike is determined by your strength, which is not very large. So I would absolutely allow that to just be like scimitar trying to stab it. I think Galen would know like punching is not necessarily your strongest suit, but because of the way the rules of D&D work and it's strength-based, you're not going to do any damage if you just kind of like punch it. You're going to wake him up.
So you're suggesting that instead I shove my scimitar into the mouth
I am suggesting
and
that.
then withdraw it and then shove my hand in.
Such a generous DM.
I try. Yes, that is what I'm suggesting. And in fact, since it is sleeping and prone, you can roll one more time and see if you crit because you would have advantage.
All right. 11.
Okay. So the 18 definitely hits. You can do your scimitar damage. This thing is going to wake up, but it is pretty badly hurt, so you might kill it. It had already taken a little bit of damage. D6 plus 4.
Oh, 1.
Okay.
So 5.
So you thrust it, like stride over to these sleeping people, thrust your scimitar into this little soccer ball sized thing.
Daddy needs a new pair of gloves.
It just goes, and it starts waking up. Its limbs start extending. It is barely alive, bleeding this like weird sort of gray-green oozy substance out of it. But it is now awake, and it is still alive.
Oopsie.
Barely. Galen, you have stabbed this thing. It is waking up. It looks up at you with like weird little gray eyes, and it opens a giant fang mouth. You have a little bit of movement and a bonus action if you would like.
I would say I back up a lot, and
Okay.
or maybe first I do a telekinetic shove, and then I back up.
Okay. It's got to.
Can I shove it into the water?
If it fails, yeah. Well, 5 feet. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna roll its saving throw. Does being prone do anything to its strength save? No. Disadvantage on attack rolls and melee attacks have advantage. Okay. This thing is going to try to do a. That is a 15. It hunkers down and like flattens itself against the dock. You see little tendrils almost oozing into the cracks between the what am I talking about? The flagstones, like little cracks. It's squeezing and it manages to hold on. It is not shoved away.
Dock is made out of flagstones. That's so fancy.
It is a very fancy, magically created stone dock. Extremely fancy. So you do not shove it, but if you would like to move, you can move.
I back the F up.
Okay. It gets to swing one little tentacle at disadvantage. No, that's a 7 plus. Yeah, that's a 12. Okay. Does not hit.
Haha.
All right. Alistair, seeing this, just goes, it's awake. Fuck.
Sorry about that.
No, I think that was the right idea. We'll have to deal with it sooner or later. I'm going to kill it, but you can have it as a glove if you really want.
Thanks.
Wonderful. Yes. He runs in. He is also going to take a stab at advantage since it's still prone. He's going to hit, and I'm pretty sure that that's just going to kill it. Yes. He runs in, stands over it, and just has his short sword in both hands. You're not going to threaten any more families! Ah! And stabs down into it. And it emits a noise exactly like that and begins liquefying and puddling away. That is his... He looks around and goes, I suppose we should let the family sleep until we're really certain everything is over, so I'm just going to stay right here. And that is his turn. Rivulet, you're up. Then we got the cultists and then Talus. Rivulet, you are a whale.
I am a whale.
Yes.
We're having a whale of a time.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I'm going to cross that one off the list of whale-based
Can we get that
puns.
cut from...
Oh, that wasn't on the list. That was impromptu, actually.
It's amazing.
I would like to use my tail to bat them out of their boat into the sky, and then I would like to catch them in my mouth. That is the actions
Okay.
that I desire.
I'm going to say that this is going to require, let's see. I think this is going to be athletics checks from you to both smack with your tail very strongly and to catch them.
And but my whale doesn't have athletics. I have athletics, but we have dexterity, constitution, charisma, strength.
Your whale, let me look at it and look at its stats real quick. Your whale has the same bonus that you do. Your whale gets a +4.
Boom. Okay.
So.
D20?
Yeah, +4.
It's a 2.
Oh.
The whale mind kind of takes over for a minute, and as you go and start flapping your tail, you end up just scraping a little bit of starry barnacles off on the keel of the boat, and you are not able to muster the strength to knock them out of it on this turn. What you the one in your mouth is just kind of running around in your tongue. It's kind of almost like getting your teeth flossed from the inside.
Thanks, bro.
Okay. On that note, the one in your mouth is done panicking and is going to try to attack you from inside your mouth. You feel a little poke in your gums.
Oh, no.
What is your AC as a whale?
It's going in for the krill.
Oh, my God. It goes in for the krill. Right? It's a good one. Your whale has an armor class of 12. Okay. He's going to try to take a stab. That is a 13. You take 4 points of damage as he starts swinging a sword wildly inside your mouth. It's like being flossed really aggressively by an assistant at the dentist office.
My gums are bleeding.
Your gums are bleeding. That is all he can do. I also... I put a whale in your wild shape in your extras tab and your okay.
Oh, what? Extras tab. Oh, great.
Side note, tangent for a moment. I fucked up the wild shape rules. Technically, rules, you should not be able to turn into a whale until you are a higher level druid specifically.
Oh.
And I assumed it was just your overall level. I don't care, and I'm not going to do anything right now.
Right.
But I'm going to remember it, and the ones that I put in there that are not the killer whale, I think are ones that you can turn into right now.
Okay.
And if you choose to take more druid levels as Rivulet levels up,
then I can have
you will
more.
have more powerful wild shapes.
I can't become minnows? What? Okay.
That is a quipper is a tiny fish.
Okay.
These are the things that there are stat blocks for that can be analogous to some of these things.
Right.
Absolutely pick very specific fish and things that you want to be. But these are ones that I could find that are in there. Actually, I think the hunter. Yeah. Anyway, a couple of these things are for later, but I wanted to put them there.
Dankeschön.
Welcome. So this guy stabs, tries to do some damage, does like a very little bit, and that's all he can do. The other two are going to keep rowing their boat. I'm gonna say since they can they're both rowing and they can use their action to keep doing it, they're gonna make it basically to the portal.
Wait, what?
You got a lot of movement speed and you go before them. You can still try to catch them on your turn.
Okay.
Talus, we come to you. Okay, sleeping family. The whale scrapes some barnacles off of the rowboat, and the rowboat is at this point about 120 feet away, almost at the portal back to Sea Shallow.
Okay. I run to the edge of the dock and I cast Crown of Madness on one of the rowers, or on the one that's not rowing. This spell has an incredible range of exactly 120 feet. And so I should be able to get to the dock with my movement.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, they're going to make... wow, they get no bonuses to anything. It's a wisdom?
14 wisdom
All right.
DC check. Come on.
That is a 10. He fails.
Yes. Okay, the one who is not rowing takes some piece of like fishing tackle or something in the rowboat and just hits the rowing one square in the face.
It will do that on his turn. It will do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
So he is charmed. The rest of you see as Talus runs to the edge of the dock and concentrates. There's a moment, this sort of strange, seemingly metal crown appears on the head of one of the cultists over his robe, and you see his eyes start glowing, and it looks like it is about to do something insane. Talus, any bonus actions?
Talus says, "Try this on for size, you whelp."
They're all a little bit far away, but you see the one who's rowing just like looks around going, What's going on? What's going on? I don't oh shit. Okay. Anything else?
Nope. I'm
okay.
good.
The monsters are all dead. Galen, for your reaction, do you want to try to grab the hide of the one that Alistair just killed before it goes away to make another glove?
Oh, yeah.
Go for it. You just like, as it starts oozing and dissipating away, you grab a handful of it and it forms into an amazing fingerless glove. Dron... Poor Dron. You look over. He looks very embarrassed. The blade of his glaive is chipped and bent and like warped from smashing it against the stone of the docks. He throws it down, sprints to the end of the dock, and leaps into the water and starts swimming after Rivulet. You hear him just yell, Princess, I'm supposed to protect you! And just into the water. He's going to move 30 feet. He runs to the end of the dock, leaps in, uses the action to dash, and he, at that point, is no longer raging, but that is the best he can do. And we're back to the top of the round then. Galen, with your 2 matching interesting hide fingerless gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you would like to do? There's not a lot going on the dock at the moment. There's kind of like people running past you. There's a sleeping family. It seems that everything that you could turn into a glove or attack has gone. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's unclear how I can help further this situation.
There might be nothing.
Yeah, I don't really see anything that I could add. So maybe I make a snack.
All right. Galen sits down, starts making a little snack. Alistair's going to do the same thing. He like looks to where everyone's gone running towards the end of the dock and just goes, I didn't bring my bow with me. I think you've got the right idea. And he starts kind of looking over the halfling family to make sure that they're okay. They're still snoring sleepily, and is going to not do anything. Rivulet. Whale, Rivulet.
Yes.
Rivu whale?
Hello. Meow. I would like to catch them with my mouth. I would like to break their boat.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not take any chances.
Okay. You swim up after them. I believe you do have the speed to catch them and make a, yes, you do. Make another athletics check.
12.
With a 12, you swim after them, tail flukes flashing, flapping furiously. I can alliterate. And you get up to them as you propel yourself into the air to breach and try to land on top of the boat and break it. You misjudge slightly and you land at the end of it. The stern of this rowboat breaks off into the water. It squirts out ahead of you, crossing the portal.
No!
Ah.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from continuing to like chase
I
them
can go
necessarily.
in the portal.
Yes.
Okay.
You have used your movement and your action for this turn, but it squirts them past, and that is a thing. Okay, the one in your mouth is going to try to stab you again.
Come on,
I'm sorry.
buddy.
Yes. No, I gotta keep it on the thing. Wow. Who knew that was going to be the thing? Aha. Okay, that is a 20. That is
You're
going to hit.
spouting nonsense over there.
Oh my goodness. And I look forward to the cascade of whale puns. That is another 6 points of damage to the whale. Your gums are bleeding. This guy is doing a really bad floss job. Okay,
6
the
points.
one in the boat is still mad. It's within
Crazy.
range, charmed for the duration. Okay, he is going to attack the other one before doing anything else. He misses. You see him pull out a scimitar and just kind of wave it around, and he slashes the other guy, who turns around and gives him a what the fuck, and does not do any damage. The guy is wearing a little bit of armor. At the end of his turn, he gets to make a wisdom save to see if he can break out of it. He cannot. That is a 9. Oh. That's a 9 and a 4. He does get advantage against being charmed, but he fails miserably. And the other one continues rowing. To you, the three of you on the dock, like they have crossed that portal. You see kind of like where this glittering demiplane ends, and the portal allows passage back into the world proper. They are scooting their way back towards the city, heading straight for the closest dock as fast as they can. He is still under the crown of madness. Talus, that is to you. If you want to keep the crown, your action is to maintain control of that.
Okay.
According by the spell.
Okay, I will maintain control.
Okay.
And I will also use my movement to jump into one of the free boats on the dock.
Okay.
Can I also use my bonus action to yell to Galen, "Quickly, Galen, after them!"
Okay.
Yeah. Speaking as a free action, absolutely. Okay. You at the end of the dock leap into a boat, getting it. I'm going to say you can also like kind of get it ready to cast off. So when people get there, you can just go. Anything else? I think that was everything.
I will also motion to Alistair
Okay.
to get into the boat with us.
Great.
We're taking everybody.
Yeah. Dron keeps swimming on his turn. Rivulet, you see him just like in the water, full on like fishman breaststroking like his way towards you. He on this turn catches up to you and he goes, Princess, I know you can't really speak, but do you want me to stay with you or follow them? And he kind of like does the like, gesturing like towards you or like in the direction of the portal.
Go to the evil beings.
The whale emits a wonderful sonic accompaniment. He nods and he keeps swimming. He's going to get to the... actually, no, less. He crosses the portal and keeps swimming towards the city. He has a full swim speed, so he can do that. Galen.
Oh, yeah. I jump into the boat with my snack, like shove it in my mouth. It's just some like crackers from my pocket. So
All
it's
right.
pretty fast.
All right.
And then I do a what's it called? Making some water. Channel Divinity Marine Layer. Just so that I can maybe obscure our approach through.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You, as you leap into the boat, a thick fog cloud bursts out of you and begins surrounding you and heavily obscures the area for 20 feet in all direction, following you as you move. So to you and Talus, as you see Galen leap in and this fog burst out, you can mostly see through it. It's as if it was just kind of dense smoke. But Alistair from the outside just goes, "Where'd you all go? What?
Oh no!
Should I come with you?"
Oops.
Last 10 minutes spreads around corners, cannot be dispersed unless you choose to end it, so it will travel with you. All right. Anything else?
I think that's
Getting
good.
ready to go. Alistair on his turn runs, hops in the boat. You all can, I'm going to say on this turn, because everyone kind of had a bit of a held action and he can use his, start rowing and propelling yourselves away from the dock, abandoning the sleeping halfling family that will wake up in 12 seconds. And begin rowing yourselves towards the portal. Rivuale. Whaleulet?
Whaleulet. Whaleulet.
Mm-hmm.
I go through the portal.
All right, you keep swimming. Are you going to keep kind of going for the same thing, trying to like get to the boat and break it?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you swim up to the boat. Give me another athletics check.
Come on, baby. That was another 2.
Oh no. You're just swimming through, like the portal is very disorienting to your whale form as you cross the edges of it and you feel yourself back in familiar salt water that like suddenly has a little bit of the songs of various sea creatures and things. It startles you just enough that you catch up to the boat and do not manage to breach on top of it. Your dice are not friendly to you right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need a new one.
Yeah.
Go to jail.
Okay, the cultist turn, the one in your mouth, is going to keep trying to swing away at stabbing you. That is only a 9. He just like stabs into a piece of baleen that's what it is, right? The teeth things, baleen.
Orcas have teeth, not baleen. They're not baleen whales.
Oh, it's an orca.
Oh.
Stabs a tooth. Can't quite get into a gum. Just like clangs a scimitar off of a tooth. I think I might have
think
messed.
he'd be able to finish the deal.
Yikes.
Wow. The way I'm reading this spell, Talus, I think if you want him to just keep attacking this guy, that's what you do. If you use your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Great.
That's basically all I can force him to do is attack a creature within range.
Correct.
So
It's an
that's what he's
interesting
gonna
spell.
do. We're trying to stop this boat by any means available.
Okay. He's going to take a swing on his buddy. He does hit. He hits his buddy.
Yes.
He hits his buddy for 5. His buddy looks fucked up. All of a sudden, this cultist slashes down. This time he's got like the kind of hang of it. This iron crown glows. He carves deeply into the other guy's back, who looks up and just goes, "Oh, Jesus, what the fuck?" At the end of his turn, he is going to make a save to see if he can break out of this. First one's an 8. Second one is a nat 20 on this turn. You all kind of, as you're following, you see the shock of slashing into his friend jolts him out of it. His eyes stop glowing. The crown dissipates. He goes, "Oh, God, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. What happened? What did I do?" You hear this like beginning of an argument between them as they continue rowing. I'm going to say...
I think their movement should be limited because he just got hit in the face with the scimitar, the guy who was rolling.
So the one rowing just got attacked. The one who was not rowing broke out of his madness, and they're going... Yeah.
Exactly.
They're going to...
It throws him off his rowing a little bit, right?
Throws him off his game a little bit. They do their best. They're going to keep rowing as best they can. And we come back to Talus and the crew in the boat. You guys at this point are a little ways behind. I am assuming you're going to like try to move this boat as fastly as possible.
Yes.
Quickly?
Yeah.
Fastly.
Yeah, we're in full chase mode now, I would say.
Full chase mode.
If you agree, Galen.
Yeah.
Between the two of you and Alistair, like there's a moment of like, who's taking which oar, and everyone trying to work together, and you start going in circles for just a moment before everyone figures it out, and you manage to get this boat underway towards the portal. On this turn, I think if you're all doing nothing but rowing, you will reach the portal. As you look through it, you can see the sun is still shining. The day is bright on the far side of this. Sea Shallow seems to be a little bit quiet, as most of its residents are here at the tourney, but you are able to keep following. Dron keeps swimming. Actually, let me see what else he can do, because I did say he dropped his glaive. Can he do anything? Rivulet, you see him. He swims as fast as he can. Actually, let's see. If he dashes, he's going to make it. He dashes, he pulls up next to you, and you see him pull out 2 small hand axes from like little sheaths on his back and hold them in his hands as his little webbed feet continue kicking, propelling him towards the rowboat. He can't do anything else on this turn, but he is ready to try again next turn. Boat keeps going.
Would it be useful for him to ride me?
Maybe in this current moment, you as a whale cannot directly talk to him, and I think his own sort of sense of propriety would prevent him.
Yeah.
But you know, it is your turn. The rowboat with our heroes has continued rowing. Dron has swim up beside you. I would say that you could make I'm going to say a performance check to try to indicate to Dron that he should hang on to your fin. And I will allow that to be a bonus action. You can still try to smash. Actually, no, sorry. The rowboat you were chasing has moved.
Yeah.
You can make a performance check to indicate to Dron he should grab onto your fin.
Yeah.
But he will not be able to do that until his turn. So if you want to chase and hit the boat again, you got to
chase and hit the boat again.
Go for it.
I would like to use your dice. The big one.
Use the big one.
Yeah.
I hope it treats you better.
12 plus
plus 4.
5. Performance? No, we're
athletics.
We're athletics, yeah.
Okay. A 16. You swim. So by now, you're about only like 30 feet from the docks itself. You see this rowboat going. There's like a few people on the dock, like turning their heads, starting to look, and you breach up, slam your tail down. The rowboat cracks in half and begins filling with water. The 2 cultists inside look at each other and just go, "Oh shit!" And the boat is sinking. They are falling into the water.
Fantastic. Do I have anything more I can do?
No.
I had no bonus. Okay. Great.
But
I achieved something.
Yes. They are the 2 of them now free of the madness. One of them bleeding badly. You see immediately like a shark starts like noticing the blood trail and swimming a little closer. They're going to dash. They're going to swim to the dock. They can reach it if they use their action. And I'm going to say if either of them gets a nat 20, they start pulling themselves out. No. Double nat 1s. I would just like this for posterity. I gave them each an opportunity and they both shat the bed completely. You see them try to start climbing up some like slippery dockside ladders and just fall back into the water completely. They are at dock level, but they can't do shit.
They're nervous about that shark.
They're very nervous about that shark. The one in your mouth is going to try to stab you. Hits.
Sure.
3 damage.
Okay.
3 more damage.
I figured out why whales are not allowed for little ones. 700 XP. Yeah.
It's the wild. So wild shape is based on your druid level, not your overall level.
Yeah.
And so technically right now.
Yeah. No, I'm giving it my personal XP, not whale XP. But I understood now. I understand.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It works. We'll remember for next time, maybe. Or just, I don't know. I'm still a big fan of it. If it sounds cool enough, I just roll for it and it'll be fine. Stabs you. Talus and crew in the boat. Are you guys going to continue to row?
I mean, how much further away are we? We're all three rowing all together. Seems like
from the edge of the portal, you've got about 90 feet to the dock. I'm going to say these rowboats, if people are using their actions to dash, essentially, can move about 60 feet. So you can, I think if I tracked it right, your boat with you, Talus, and Alistair can get to 30 feet from the dock.
sounds good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're trying to beat them to the dock at this point, or get as close to them as possible.
Mm-hmm. Dron swims. He can actually get to them. He goes to the one who looks hurt, and he's going to try to swing these axes. I think he can swing both of them. Yes, they are simple, light, or thrown. And he can attack with both of them. It doesn't get the damage bonus. Okay. He is going to make 2 swings on the injured one. He hits.
What?
He hits
hey.
both times, in fact. You see him just utterly incensed and enraged. His emits a roar that echoes underwater again, closes the distance. Just as this guy is falling backwards off the dock, he swings up through the water with his axes, kills him cleanly. That one, more blood spills out in the water. You see another shark getting really interested. There is one cultist left, the one who was previously mad. And that is the last one. Rivulet, back to you. One is in your mouth, and one is trying vainly to climb out of the water.
I try and put it in my mouth.
Okay.
Rivulet has an oral. Whatever. Oh, fuck. 4.
An oral
what-
fixation.
Okay.
Yeah, was that plus 4?
Your
That's
bite
an 8?
your bite attack would be plus. Yeah, let's call it that. So
I got an 8.
Not going to do it. With the total being in single digits, I'm going to say that as you open your mouth, this guy can try. He's going to get a chance. I'm going to say he's going to make a dexterity save. He gets a +1, and I think he has to get at least a 15. He gets a nat fucking 20. As you swim up near, open your mouth, you feel this thump, 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 thump along, like this guy running along the surface of your tongue, dives out of your mouth, hits the water, and keeps swimming, trying to get to one of the other ladders on the dock.
Fair play.
And I'm again going to say that both of these two, so now
Killer move.
they have their movement. They still have to let's see how terribly they do trying to haul themselves out. Single digits for both of them. It's they roll really well doing not useless things, but they can't. Okay, so rolling really poorly. I'm going to say that it takes their turn to get out of the water and on top of the dock. As they emerge, you see these few people that were there, the last couple people that had no interest in the tourney or had jobs to do. Look at them funny. They are covered in seaweed, a bit of blood, in these dripping wet red robes, and they are on top of the dock at this point.
Only one of them. One of them's dead, and the other one swam. And then one of them is alive.
There were 2 of them. One of them died, and the one who was in your mouth came out. So the one who was still alive and the one who popped out of your mouth got up to the top of the dock.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello, fellow tradespeople. This is Ben. I hope you are enjoying this podcast as much as we are. If you are, please leave us a 5-star rating on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. Also, go ahead and follow us on social media at the Roll Report Cast. If you are feeling especially supportive and fancy and delightful, you can also support us on Patreon, which we would really love and appreciate. And you get all kinds of really fancy special bonus perks for doing that. All right, back to the show.
Rowboat, you guys can make it to the dock on this turn. So Talus, that would be to you. You're 30 feet from the dock. You see that these last two cultists have kind of pulled themselves out of the water. They're standing on top. So they're about 30 feet away.
So, can I like yell to Galen, like, Galen,
What?
get after them. We're about to hit the dock. We've got to grab at least one of them so we can question them. If the other one gets away, it doesn't matter, but we've got to lay hold of at least one of them.
Throw me in the water. I'll get him. I'm a great swimmer.
So then can I use my bonus action to dash to the dock while Galen gets ready to jump off and give chase?
You can
not bonus action.
You can use your
to
action to keep rowing. Like you and Alistair kind of looks at you. He's got the plan. You guys keep rowing, so you can. Yes, I'm going to say you can make it to the dock on your turn.
Okay, great.
Okay, Dron. Wow, good job, buddy. Dron, you see him like he dives for a second, propels himself straight up near the dock, bursts out of the water with a shower of salt spray and lands on the dock, clutching two hand axes. He is, that wasn't a great roll. I'm going to say he gets one chance to throw an axe. He does. Clearly very inspired by how terribly he was doing at the dock. He throws an axe. He is going to do some damage. You see it whiz down the dock, hits one of the cultists in the back and sticks there. The guy just goes, ow, oh, fuck, tries to like reach behind him to grab it. Galen.
That can cause some serious spinal issues. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, axe to the back. So Galen, Alistair and Talus row this boat up to the dock. You can leap out. I'm going to say either one of these would be within reach.
They're on the dock now?
Yes. They rolled well enough that they pulled themselves out of the water onto the dock.
I think it's time for a shimaka.
All right. One of them just got an axe in the back. The other one is unhurt.
Let's go for the one without any damage.
All right.
F that guy.
All right. Go for it.
18 plus a 6.
Hits.
That's a 24, motherfucker.
Hits. Big hits.
All right, roll a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, dang. It's a 3.
Plus 4. 7. You leap out of the rowboat onto the dock. One of them turns around to face you, trying to bring up his own scimitar. Cannot bring it up in time. You carve deeply across his chest. He looks super fucked up and badly hurt. Still alive, but very badly hurt. Okay, Alistair used his action to help move the boat, so he is doing that. Rivulet, there is blood and a dead body in the water. Some sharks starting to like nose up on you a little bit. They're, ignoring you for the most part. And you saw these two guys get out of the water and Dron then propel himself out as well.
I would like to reach onto the dock and become human again and drop my thing.
Yes. I'm going to say, so the whale has to make a athletics check to do that. If you just dropped your wild shape, you have a swim speed and a movement. And I think you could just do that for dope effect. I'd say roll an athletics check. That's awesome.
The dope effect.
Great.
I hope it doesn't bite me. Yeah,
go for it.
Bite me in the butt. Come on. That's a 3.
Wowie zowie. Do you want one of my lucky points? You want one of my lucky lucky luck balls? Maybe not this time. It's not super high stakes, but if you keep fucking up like this, you let me know, because I got the luck for you. All right, babe.
Thanks.
Seeing Dron do this awesome thing, you also take a moment, dive. The whale thrashes its tail, preparing to leap out of the water. You leap, but immediately the size of you as a whale meets gravity, not in the water. And as you try to turn back to yourself, you do not quite make it onto the dock. And this whale emerges, poofs into Rivulet, who then scrabbles at the dock for a moment and slips back into the water.
Can I do anything else?
Yes. as yourself now, I'm going to say you have like half of your movement, and you could make an action of some sort.
How close am I? Within 90 feet?
Yes.
I would like to cast Entangle.
Okay.
I need
Yeah,
a
totally.
different dice. Advantage is yours.
They just need to make a strength check.
Okay, but
You don't need to
I
roll
don't need to
anything.
roll. Great.
Yeah, you need to a point within range,
Fantastic.
20-foot square. Okay, so I'm gonna need Galen Galen and Dron are both going to make a strength save along with these two, because if you're gonna get them both, it's just a big area.
16.
One fails. Both of the cultists fail. A 16, Galen.
Oh, it's actually a 15 because I have a -1 as
I
a
believe
human.
15 still does it. You're looking for a 13. Dron has advantage and
I think
good
we
strength.
shouldn't kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting that out there.
So,
I hear
Galen,
you, kid.
all around you, you see seaweed and kelp burst out of the water, wrap itself around the dock, swimming around your legs, and begin rising to try to entangle you and these two guys and Dron. You're able to just slide step out of the way. Dron looks down, kicks a few of them out of the way, like slashes at him with the axe. He succeeds, and the kelp wraps itself around the two cultists, neatly entangling them.
Nice.
Yes.
Big sigh.
Great job.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
No dice necessary.
restrain. Okay. They're going to use their actions to try to get out. You see both of them like kind of arms at their sides. They can't really like cut themselves out with a scimitar, but they thrash around and try to let go. Neither one of them makes it. They both fail. So at this point, what I'm going to say is they are thoroughly entangled. You all are like Talus and Alistair are leaping out of the boat. You are surrounding them. They are pretty well and truly stuck, can't go anywhere. And I'm fucking hungry, so I'm going to say this is a great moment for us to take a little, like, get some food in us break before you can start interrogating these people. And also think about if you want to do that on the dock in front of everyone, because you are kind of drawing a bit of a crowd with this giant space whale breaching and stuff.
Don't I still have a bunch of fog around me?
Oh, fuck, that's right. Jesus. Okay. I don't. Oh God. I don't know if.
Sorry, I thought about
no.
bringing it
You're
up
good.
earlier,
You should.
but I was like, well.
Wow. You know what?
Let's just say I dissipated it as soon as we got to the dock. Okay.
You. I think you have one more channel of Italy. You can probably bring it back up, and also Rivulet's entangle worked. It's fine. I don't know where the fuck my brain is at today. But as sort of the madness and the chaos and the clashes of steel die away, these cultists struggle in their kelp wrappings.
So they're entangled. There is no fog.
There's no fog. There is just this mass of kelp that has swarmed up and over the dock. The two cultists are wrapped up in it tightly. You see them both kind of struggling to get out. But as you all emerge from the water, Talus and Alistair climb out of the boat and surround them. Alistair still holding his sword like he doesn't entirely know which direction to hold it from. They look around and kind of stop for a moment. There is definitely, although the city has mostly emptied for the tourney, there are still like a few people on the dock. They're kind of like giving you all a bit of a look and starting to wander over. There are people in the greater city beyond, but we are out of initiative at this point.
I think we should take these hooligans to security.
Back
that's
to
an
Vec,
excellent
you
idea.
say? We should take them back to Vec, to the Crimson
The Scarlet. They're
Ospreys.
Scarlet
Ospreys. Red
Big
of
difference
some
in
hue.
hue, actually.
Birds. Or I could also just, we could silently interrogate them here because I could cast Detect Thoughts and we wouldn't even probably have to torture them too much.
Ooh, yes, detect their thoughts.
One of them looks over and just goes, "We're not telling you anything."
We'll see
All
about
right,
that.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
I guess we will.
About to turn you into some gloves.
There you go.
They look
Threaten
and they
them. That's an excellent play.
Those are sort of like just dripping off of your hands. What the fuck did you make those out of anyway?
Well, monsters.
You used a... You bastard.
They're very comfortable.
Talus, you cast Detect Thoughts. So as you all get closer, and I'm going to assume I'm also going to say, like, you know, you are starting to tie them up, secure them beyond just the magical kelp that is wrapped around them. You can see that they are 2 human men, kind of medium height, nothing very distinguishing about them except these robes that they're in.
And one has an axe in their back.
And one of them is like lurching sideways. You see his legs aren't really holding him up as this axe is just like in his back still.
And the other one's got a sliced open chest. Compliments to yours truly.
It's true. They are both pretty fucked up and not putting up a lot of a fight. Oh, but
I take some salt out of my salt seasoning satchel and I just like throw it right in there.
Why? What the fuck? Ow! You should use that to cook with.
Maybe I will when I'm cooking you.
What, you guys are cannibals too?
No, it's an expression we use to threaten people we want to talk.
I'm not going to tell you shit.
Yeah, what about some pepper?
it burns. Talus, as you begin detecting thoughts, let me ask first, you just get surface thoughts from people. Are you trying to go deeper into either one of them?
I am also probing deeper, but I get to know their surface thoughts regardless.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah.
One the one with an axe in his back is just going like, oh, fuck, this really fucking hurts. I wish they would, like, get this out of my back while they're tying me up. Fuck, we're gonna be in so much fucking trouble. Are we gonna be in trouble? I mean, fuck. The other one is his surface thoughts are more along the lines of like, well, I suppose we thought this might happen, and if I have to sacrifice for the cause, then so be it. I'm not gonna tell these people anything. Which of them are you trying to go deeper?
The non-axe back one. I feel like he's going to have more coherent thoughts. Okay. Should we also? I feel like we should be sending someone to the Scarlet Ospreys. We should be sending to the Scarlet Ospreys for help. I guess I'm focused on this right now, but
yeah.
How far is the Scarlet Osprey compound, Colin?
It is. Wow, remembering my own geography right. It's, I think, a good chunk of the way across the circle from you. However, I would say in this moment, you remember Vec can sometimes fly, and there are other sort of flying conveyances. There's also, as you, Galen, as you start leaving, Alistair looks over and just goes, should we just send, and he kind of like nods his head a little bit towards Dron, who's standing there with one of his axes going.
Oh yeah, I like skid to a halt, and I'm like, I'm just so pumped about my new gloves.
They do look remarkable. Well done. Dron. What?
Would you go and inform Miss Vec?
I only do what the princess tells me to.
And he like looks back and you see he's like sort of the pumped aspect of him, and his rage is starting to drain. He's looking a little bit more like himself. And he looks towards you.
Dron.
Yes, princess.
Please be of use.
Did you not see when I threw the axe and like I guess that's fair enough. What can I do?
I do believe we must fetch Vec.
He starts going, he turns around, looks at the 2 cultists and just does the like, eyes you.
He goes, if anything happens to the princess, I will not rest until I come for you and all of your families.
And then he turns around and keeps going. Alistair just kind of, that's one way of putting it. So, Talus, as all this is going on, you are focusing in on the one. It's really not being charmed or frightened. He doesn't get advantage. He does need to roll on the thing. He rolls an 18.
Oh.
So as this happens and you start probing deeper into his mind, it's almost as if you meet a bit of a not a magical, a barrier that his mind has constructed of pure belief. And you just feel for a moment like the zealotry and the sheer blind religious fanaticism that is keeping him going before you are thrust out of his mind and he looks directly at you and just goes, "Huh, they told us how to beat your little tricks. I'm not saying a damn thing."
All right. Well, I suppose we'll have to pursue questioning through the other means then. Suit yourself.
I will. Not going to tell you anything.
And he just like wriggles a little bit in the kelp and ropes and just like gets this attempts a very stoic expression.
Well, I think we better do our best to convey these people to towards Vec as quickly as possible. I certainly don't trust them, but I feel like Vec might be the only person who is able to get the necessary information out of them.
Yeah, can we pick them up or start dragging them across or what?
Yeah, maybe we should find some sort of horse. Is your boyfriend around anywhere, Rivulet? Maybe we could drag them behind your centaur boyfriend. Or is he still at the tournament? I suppose.
You look behind you through the massive portal, and in the far distance, you see a horse like at the edge of the dock and like a bit of a wave. But y'all definitely left Henry behind with the halflings.
Henry.
Alice just looks over. I'm not very strong. I suppose we could try. We could perhaps obtain a cart or
maybe
something.
we could put them in that wheelbarrow over there.
Oh, yes. That conveniently placed wheelbarrow that somebody left out their shop. Yes, you're a genius.
Yeah, we'll bring it back.
It's a dock. There's definitely like wheeled carts and conveyances, things.
I mean, could we call a water taxi? That seems even easier.
Right.
Yeah,
or maybe we should just torture the answers out of them here.
I don't know, man. You crawled into that guy's inner mind and he kind of put up a wall. I don't know. I got some like balsamic vinegar I could try pouring on him, but is it going to be that much of a help?
Balsamic's my least favorite condiment. Oh, no!
Oh, wait, maybe I should. And I take out the balsamic vinegar.
The one who was like really caring. Oh, no, I hate balsamic vinegar. Stop. What are you doing?
It's got one of those droppers on it so it doesn't come out really fast. So I'm like shaking it. It's like a little light rain of balsamic.
Vinegar.
Yeah. And I dash some more salt on there just for fun.
Galen, make an intimidation check.
9.
But
+4, so it's a 13, mother hummer.
He just goes, no, I don't tell you. And the other one just goes, shut up, we're not telling him anything. And like hip checks him out of the way to put himself between you, or put himself between the balsamic vinegar and his friend.
Yeah.
Did you try mind delving into both of them or just the one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, can I mind meld into the other one? Can I detect thoughts the other one?
Yeah.
Maybe
I do. I have
will...
one level 2 spell slot left. So yeah, we could do that. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
We'll go for axe back this time.
At this point, kind of as you focus and begin going deeper, his surface thoughts are like, oh God, I hate balsamic vinegar so much. It's the worst.
So sticky.
Okay. He gets an 8. Which means he fails. Okay. You can probe deeper, make a wisdom saving throw. Fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, something it worries over, loves, or hates. Okay. You, as you probe deeper, you begin seeing a memory. And you see this man, or kind of as if you're looking out of his eyes, you see his friend who has a stronger will, and you see a similarly aged looking, they all seem kind of young middle ages, 20s, 30s, human woman, and they are all sitting at a small table in a tavern. And each of them kind of has a drink, and they appear very nervous, and they're kind of looking back and forth nervously. And the other man says, "They should have been here by now." And the woman goes, "I know, but we should wait, right?" And they lapse into silence for a moment. And then you see from the door, a man enters, another human, and also kind of unremarkable looking, medium height, brown hair, just kind of pretty basic human, wearing stuff that basically what you have seen people wearing along the docks. It doesn't really mark them as a worker as much as just someone who would fit in the fourth and fifth ring. So not very fancy. And he comes over and he sits down, and without any preamble, he says, "Now then, you're all committed, and Master Theobald has a job for you. When the tourney begins, we suspect that the plane will break and some amount of incursions will occur. You will each acquire a ticket. You will do whatever is necessary to acquire these aberrations and return them to this house." And he puts a little piece of paper on the table and he slides it over to the woman, who picks it up and looks at it and nods and tucks it away.
Oh, we don't even get to see what the address is.
And he continues, "That house has been made safe. You will find things that you will need, sacks and disguises if you need them. And you will return there with anything that you manage to retrieve from the tourney. Yes?" And the three of them, you see, kind of the view shifts around as he looks side to side at his friends. They all begin nodding. And the man stands up, goes, "Don't fuck up, or you know what the punishment is." And he turns around and he leaves. And there kind of the memory ends. But as you were diving deeper, current emotional state is basically pants sweating terror. And you feel it's not only that he failed, although that is much scarier, but also the being tortured with salt and pepper and balsamic vinegar while wrapped in kelp and rope is like really doing a number.
With an axe in his back.
With an axe still in his back that is causing him great amounts of pain. And what is looming over him, what he is kind of most fearful of, you sense that he and his friend essentially are expected to find the way to kill themselves without revealing any more information. And even if they had just failed and had returned empty-handed, they would be in a very similar position.
Okay. So we don't know the address of this house based on the memory. Like we didn't see the...
No. You know what? I'm going to say for you, what is your spellcasting? Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Or you can use intelligence. I'm not going to make you use perception.
I rolled a 17 on intelligence with the modifier.
With a 17, as you come back to yourself and you see this person knows you are in his mind and looks even more scared, you replay this memory for a moment in your head and you realize that he did get a very, very fast glimpse. To the extent that like he's probably not aware that he saw it, but since this memory was very fresh and you were just there, you know that this safe house is in the fourth ring. It is on Whalebone Canal.
Very apt.
Whalebone Canal. Okay.
So you have like a little, like basically a house number for it. You don't know from this memory, you don't know what it looks like, but you are pretty certain you could find it.
Okay. We have the house number.
Yes. And again, like he kind of in this moment is mostly just afraid of you being in his mind, doesn't even really know that you've sussed that out.
Okay, great. So now I'm going to look into his eyes and ask him, why did that woman why is she collecting aberrations from the portal? What does she want with these terrible monster creatures?
Just to clarify, the woman you would suspect is the cultist who was dead in the water and rapidly becoming shark food. Was another man who came in and gave them this job. But yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Why did the person who gave you their orders want what does Theobald want with these terrible aberrations?
He looks back at you. He opens his mouth as if he's about to answer, and the other one throws himself forward, knocks this guy to the ground, and you hear him just go, and as you roll him over, he has landed on the axe, and it has neatly done the rest of the job. The talkative one has been murdered by the one who is now just kind of like lying on his back, still tied up, and just looks up and going, "We're not telling you shit."
More salt.
It's like his wounds start oozing a little bit. Alistair kind of looks over and he says, I wonder if we should wait for Miss Vec to retrieve this one and perhaps investigate the house. I've not had much experience with religious zealots, but they seem uncooperative, or this one.
They seem ready to die.
I'm gonna cast sleep on the no axe guy until Vec gets here, so he can't.
Oh, he's out immediately. They have. If you roll ones on all 5 of those d8s, he would not go to sleep. But that's actually no. I think he took a hit. Yeah, you cast sleep, just little puff of sand or petals, and he conks out. And he is immediately eyes closed, dead to the world.
All right, great.
Oh, that was rather well done. How long does that last?
Well, we only have a minute, but hopefully that will be enough time for us to get towards the Scarlet Osprey, or maybe Dron has made it over there. How long do you think it would take to get there, Galen? Hopefully Vec will be here soon enough.
Well, I think we could get a water taxi, and if it's one of my buds, then they can run all the lights. So...
Yeah. You guys managed to get him. I'm going to say in the next minute, you can get him, like, he's still tied up, but between all 4 of you, toss him into this wheelbarrow, take him towards one of the inner canals, and flag down a taxi. Galen, roll a luck check. Roll a d20.
On Jerome, the taxi driver that doesn't stop for nobody. 17.
You walk over, and you begin, like, let out a nice 2-finger in the mouth whistle. Exactly. A moment later,
the octopuses taught me that.
A moment later, your buddy Jerome pulls up and just goes, "Hey, Galen!
Hey, Jerome, you still working?
Hey, I thought I was trying to get a ticket to the tourney, but it's fucking expensive. What can I do you for? Oh, you got a guy in a wheelbarrow."
Oh, yeah, I'm on the job, too, and these are my friends.
All right.
We don't have time to talk though. We gotta get back to the Scarlet Osprey camp.
Okay, you know what? Anything for you. You see the guy just goes, "Help! They're trying to kidnap me!" And Jerome just looks at him and he goes, "Shut up!" and takes his steering pole, whacks him in the head, knocks him out.
Put him in the trunk.
I ain't got a trunk. It's a water. It's a boat. We can shove him under that locker right there, though.
That's what I meant. The locker trunk.
All right. You shove him into the boat, shove the unconscious man in the boat, and Jerome begins steering you all towards the Scarlet Osprey. It takes a little while, even running lights. Actually, I'm going to see if... So, as you all fade into the distance, our camera lingers for a moment on this dock. A few minutes later, after you have well and truly disappeared, Dron comes swimming as fast as he can down the canal,
Oh, no!
leaps out on the dock and goes, Princess, I did... Oh, fuck. And y'all are gone. Actually, and I don't remember what her modifier is. Only lasts for a minute. You see a flying figure in the distance behind you. But you all do eventually take your time and make it back to the Scarlet Osprey. It's kind of mid-afternoon by this point. It takes a little while to traverse the entire arc of the city to get back to it. And once you arrive, what would you like to do with this guy?
Hand him over to Vec, who is not there.
Who's not there because you sent Dron to get her.
I think we just kind of
Throw him in the dungeon.
Okay.
Yeah, we throw him in a dungeon, and then I go and get one of my special flares to summon Vec.
Yeah. As you go deeper into the barracks towards these cells, you see in one of them, Raider just kind of like stands up and walks over and like holds on the bars. Hey, you guys want to let me out? That'd be cool.
No.
Not a chance. You get...
My dad's gonna be so mad at you guys. And he like backs up and sits down.
Is he gonna be mad at us or you?
Oh, he's gonna be mad at you. Were you trying to say my dad doesn't love me or something? My dad super totally loves me.
So scary, Dad.
You put the remaining cultist in the cell and return out towards kind of the barracks area proper. A short time later, Vec and Dron arrive in one of the specific Scarlet Osprey water taxis climbing out on the docks. And Dron just goes, guys, okay, Princess, you gotta stop running away from me, okay? I'm supposed to look after you. I know I didn't do that good back there at the tourney, but like, the axes were good, right? Okay, can you please stop leaving me behind?
Well, actually, the axe is the reason why one of them died.
Wasn't that the point?
No, we wanted to get more information from them.
He turns away.
Oh, poor guy.
Rivulet, you hear him just start cursing to himself in Primordial. Fuck, so stupid. I shouldn't have fucking thrown the axe. He's got fucking...
Hey, I understand Primordial, too.
You both hear him whispering in Primordial.
Oh, wait, I don't know that one.
Muttering to himself. Let's see, does he notice? He super doesn't notice. He just like is focused. Vec looks at him, just kind of one hand moves him out of the way and walks over, and with her arms folded across her chest, looms over everyone and goes, Now what happened?
Well, oh man, the tournament was crazy, and then we saw these interdimensional rifts coming out, and the tentacles coming out of those, and then...
Killing wizards.
Oh yeah, killing wizards.
And that man who's running everything didn't really want to deal with anything.
Yeah, it was really wild. There was like clearly some conspiratorial situation happening. And so then we saw some guy with the big old ball of these interdimensional beings running around, and we chased him.
In a red coat.
Yeah, it was a red coat. And then...
And two of them died on the way, but we have managed to retain one. And
one on the dock with axe.
Yes. Yes. And one in the water.
Floating around the water, probably fish food by now, shark food by now.
Seashell sharks, often hungry. So,
but
now...
we have an address.
Address?
Don't we?
For what?
For their safe house.
Where they were going to bring these interdimensional monster things. And look, I got new gloves.
And the being is in the holding cell. Yes.
We before he died, I probed one of their memories, and we found a safe house that they're using, and apparently they have orders to bring back these terrifying, monstrous aberrations that are appearing in the stadium. We have a great concern that the rift keeping the stadium open will collapse soon, and that potentially some sort of interdimensional horrors will be emerging from it. And apparently these red robes are trying to collect as many of the horrors as they can before it collapses. There's a lot of nefarious and dastardly things happening here. Not only am I concerned about the well-being of everyone at the tournament, I'm also concerned about these red robes and their desire to be collecting monstrous, naughty tentacle beings.
Naughty. Vec, not like word. So, tourney, plain magic stuff. Not Vec expertise, but safe house can do. And she has like kind of been thinking and like staring off a little bit as you say this, and now like looks at you a little more closely, the four of you. Vec think you all not in shape to find safe house now. Need rest?
Rivula opens her mouth and blood just like drips out.
Vec reaches out a hand. For a moment, it like glows with lightning electricity. As she touches you, there's like a strong static shock, but you regain 10 hit points.
Oh, yes, thanks, Vec.
Yeah, I'm all out of spices.
Resupply in kitchen.
Oh yeah. I buy in bulk.
Wizard look fine. Galen, she holds up her other hand and gives you like a hearty clap on the back that also stings you a little bit through your armor, but you also regain 10 hit points.
Woohoo! I mean, woohoo!
Stormfather bless both of you.
Thank you.
Vec, talk to mages. Stormfuck mages. See if more guards at tourney. Meanwhile,
I don't know if gods are gonna fix the breaking of the rifts.
no, that magic, but guards stop more aberration. That.
From what I gathered, it's the amount of magic happening in the space that is causing the rifts to occur. More magic will only cause more aberrations.
Oh yeah, that's right. They said that. Really important.
I suggest that we stop the tournament. As a huge fan, it breaks my heart to suggest a thing.
Vec want few things more, but Vec not in charge. Can recommend.
Yes, please do. Big heavy sigh.
Vec suggest you sleep. Vec send other Osprey to watch safe house tonight. In morning, you go see what is to be seen.
I will certainly agree with that, Vec. While I've not been wounded in battle, I am tremendously exhausted from all the concentrating I've been doing today. So I will take you up on that offer. Thank you so much for your help.
Could certainly do with a long rest.
Let's do it.
She looks at Galen and she just goes, good work.
Oh, really? Galen turns like a scarlet crimson kind of red color. Just absolutely full of admiration for themselves and a little embarrassment.
She nods. You see her like her cheeks turn to like the slightest bit purple, which you would know Galen is the blush for her, given how dark and the normal coloration of her skin tone. And
are you implying she may have a crush on me?
Make an insight check.
12 plus 1. 13.
Lucky 13.
You get the sense in this moment that she is genuinely very proud of you, and it's you're not sure if it's a crush. There's definitely like she seems a bit embarrassed that she has embarrassed you. But you're not sure. It might be a little bit hard to tell.
That's fine.
She goes, rest up, sleep well. Vec go keep watch. Where safe house?
Oh, the safe house is on Whalebone Canal, and I've got the number, so I'm certain we can find it in the morning. Will you accompany us there, Vec?
Vec, well rested. Go keep watch tonight. Meet Vec in morning. Vec put a small sign that Galen know, so can find.
Excellent.
All right.
Well done. She gives you one last little kind of pat on the back, and then she turns towards the exit, whistles. You see Cloud the polar bear leap out of the stables and come trotting up to her.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
She didn't really seem to like me or my dad last time I originally met her.
Yeah,
Does
go for it.
she have a change of opinion on my nat fucking 20?
On a nat fucking 20 insight. In this moment, you realize that her ambivalence towards you when she met you was definitely more directed at her history with your dad than anything personal about you. In this moment, she is kind of nothing but radiating like pride at the work that Galen has done. You get the satisfaction that like things are moving forward that she cares about. And there's a little bit of like, not resignation, but like you catch just this flicker of worry that you suspect is like, oh fuck, what am I getting myself and these people that I'm kind of supposed to keep watch over into. But yeah, nothing actually towards you. And as she hops onto Cloud's back and they begin trotting off, she also gives Dron just like this huge clap on the back that like physically jolts him forward and out of his primordial. And he looks back, yeah, right. Princess, I think we should return to our lodgings.
Oh, I will be staying with Galen tonight.
He just like sighs, knowing that he can't do anything. I will stand watch out here.
Oh, don't we have a couch for you? Certainly.
Especially with one of these members of the cult on the premises, and you have already made, I'm led to understand, at least one powerful enemy in the city, I believe.
Dron, you need to sleep too. You look exhausted.
I'm fine.
A long rest. We need you in tip-top shape tomorrow.
Thank you for your concern, Princess. I will take that into consideration. And you see him walk off towards, like going as if he's going to draw his glaive off his back and just looks at his hand. Fuck. And he starts going over towards the armory. But the four of you with Alistair make your way back to, what was it? Second barracks on the left, the nice one. There's a little bit of Galen's rotten fruit in a bag wine left and a meal at the end of the day. And I think as you all settle in for a long rest, although just in time considerations, if there are other things you guys want to talk about and strategize, we can role play that next game. But in this moment, as you return to the apartment and get ready for a long rest, that is where we're going to end today's session.
Right. Nice work, everybody.
Investigatory stuff.
Great job.
And whales. Do we have more whale puns?
Extremely well orchestrated.
Do we need to just
indeed.
unleash all of the whale puns?
Yes.
Where are they? Are they in
Spouting nonsense. We've just been spouting nonsense this whole episode.
What?
Sometimes life is overwhelming. And I think we got the rest.
We got the others. Thank you all so much for listening and joining us. Right, I'm going to remember that we do a sign off. Fenner, where can people find you if they want to find you on the internet?
Hey, check me out. I'm all Fenner on most social media applications. I also have a clown Instagram called @FrankTomatoTheClown. Bada bada bing. It's just @FrankTomatoTheClown. Sorry.
It doesn't have the bada bing. You sure?
No.
Okay. Ben, where can people find you?
You can find all of my magical spells and other nerd content at Ben_Rogue on Instagram.
It's so cool.
It is extremely cool.
Really impressive.
You should be following Ben_Rogue. Kaya, where can people find you?
Hey.
KAYAMEYY at Instagram.
You can check out my cats on Instagram at NoGoodCats. And please like and follow the show. We are on Instagram and TikTok at The Roll Report Cast. And
On every podcast service.
on every podcast service. Yeah, check us out. Please go ahead if you are so inspired. Hopefully you are. Leave us a 5-star rating on whatever platform you're listening to us. And if you leave us a review on Apple Podcast, that would be super, super cool. It definitely really helps other people that are not you find the show, but you should be telling your friends.
Tell it to them on purpose.
On purpose.
On purpose.
I think that's
or
it.
Patreon.
And our Patreon. Find our patreon.com/The Roll Report. That would be extra cool. You won't have to listen to our ad copy if you support us at a certain level. You'll get all of the extended interviews for Classing Up the Joint and so much more.
All of Fenner's art.
That's true. Oh yeah, I got to put some new doodles up.
Today, so
We got
That's
some
cool.
whales today.
We got some. I don't know, man. That orca's dope.
It's not.
Okay.
But it'll be there. I mean,
It'll
it's so cool.
So cool.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. And I think, like we always do, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Boom, bum, boom, bum. Boom, bum, bum, bum.
It's a whale of a time, a whale of a time.
Friends and fins and everything in between.
Going in for the krill.
Yeah.
Going in for the krill.
Throw those mother effers in a whale barrel.